But speaking of GMs, so the Cubbies, the Cubbies, they did not make it past the wild card round for the third year in a row. Um,
Yeah.
and their GM Theo Epstein is saying change is warranted. Now, he's not going to be the change because he's sticking around. He's got 1 year left on his
For at least
contract. He
one
says
more
he,
year. Yeah.
yeah, for at least one more year because he's not planning on opting out or anything. He's gonna go through that one more year. Brig, what kind of change do you think is warranted? Do you think maybe they'd trade one of their core guys and get a haul back to build for a year or two in the future?
That, Brad, is exactly what I think they'll do. And I think Kris Bryant's on the chopping block. There have
I
been rumors
agree.
about that floating around for a couple of years, but I think that this is the time where, I mean, I really do think that's what they'll. Well, who else would they change?
Well, I mean, I don't think they would get quite the haul for Javi Baez that they would get for Kris Bryant, just mostly because of consistency.
Yeah.
I don't know that they would trade Anthony Rizzo.
No.
And I don't, and same thing. I don't know that they would get the haul for him either. Um,
The
he seems
they
like
can't change. They can't trade Rizzo because he's their franchise guy, and they're not going to get the money they need out of him. Same, you could argue similar with Javi Baez. Javi Baez is the hearts and minds part of the equation on the other side. You know, Anthony Rizzo is the stalwart veteran who's always been their guy. Javi Baez is the flash, uh, and excitement that everybody wants and needs. They can't get rid of him.
mhm,
No.
yeah, yeah. And I think Chris Bryant's going to be the guy, and I think they have another. There's another year of club control with him because they may or may not have manipulated his service time.
That's right.
So, and that's what a lot of clubs like is they like another year or two of control on a guy like that because a you're getting a good deal for him, and b like you can if you want to extend him, that's up to you. That's in your control. That you're not paying somebody else's outrageous contract for him. So,
Yep.
uh, yeah, I think he's going to be the guy that will likely be out in Chicago, which is a bummer for Chicago
That's what I
for
think.
Cubs fans because he's awesome and
Yeah,
he's a
but
highly
is
touted
he as
prospect they
awesome
have.
as he was, and is he as awesome as he could be? Right? If he was in a different market, maybe he would be more awesome.
He could be, yeah. Get him in another system with another manager, which I mean, like that's it's not like other sports, with systems, but maybe they want to use him a little bit differently. Maybe they have some other view of his talent than what they see in
Hmm.
Chicago because Chicago they've known him since the beginning. Like you'd think that they would know everything about him, the best way to use him and everything. But I mean, maybe somebody else has seen what he's brought to the table. I mean, he's played in the outfield some even, and
Right.
sometimes stuff like that can mess with guys. So I don't know. Yeah, it could be he could thrive in another market because of that, but something to keep an eye on for sure.
Maybe he's like a Luke Voigt, and he slides into a DH role in the American League, comes alive.
There you go. Yeah, he
I
really
could see
could.
that with the right culture and the right manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that would. Oh my gosh, could you imagine having him as a DH? A DH that can actually
It,
run.
yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
That's a pretty cool thing to think about.
yeah,